Hey guys, welcome to Weirdology 101, where we uncover the 10 most terrifying, bone-chilling, and downright creepy places in the United States. From haunted hotels to ghost towns that time forgot, we explore the dark stories and eerie legends behind each location. If you love the thrill of the unexplained, you're in the right place. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you'll never miss a journey into the strange and spooky. Number 1. The Haunting of Myrtle's Plantation. Nestled beneath the moss-draped oaks of St. Francisville, Louisiana, lies one of America's most haunted homes, the Myrtle Plantation. Built in 1796, this Annabella mansion is steeped in tragedy, mystery, and ghost. They say 10 murders occurred here, though only one is officially recorded. But it's not the body count that chills your bones as the spirits that linger. The most infamous, Chloe, a former enslaved woman said to have poisoned the family. Her ghost wearing a green turban has been captured in photographs and spotted wandering around the grounds. Inside, a mirror refuses to stay clean, trapped within it the souls of children who died long ago. Guests report handprints appearing on the glass even when no one's touched it. Footsteps echoed on empty staircases, doors slammed without warning, and some visitors swear they've heard William Winter's final steps. Shot on the front porch, he staggered inside and died on the 17th stair. The Myrtles isn't just haunted, it's watching, waiting, and if you listen closely, it just might whisper your name. Number 2. Robert the Doll, Cursed and Watching. In a quiet corner of Key West, Florida, inside the East Martello Museum, sits a doll unlike any other. His name is Robert, and he's not just creepy. He's cursed. Gifted to a young boy named Robert Eugene Otto in the early 1900s, the doll quickly became more than a toy. Neighbors claimed they saw it move. The boy blamed it for mischief, saying Robert did it. And soon the family began hearing giggles in the night, footsteps in empty rooms, and whispers that didn't belong to anyone living. Today Robert sits behind glass, but don't be fooled. Visitors say its expression changes. Cameras malfunction, and those who mock him often suffer misfortune or car accidents, job loss, or even illness. The museum receives hundreds of apology letters every year begging Robert to lift his curse. They say if you want to take his photo, you must ask politely. And if you don't, oh well. Number 3. Welcome to the Trans-Allegheny Lunatic Asylum in Weston, West Virginia, a place where the walls whispers and shadows linger long after sunset. Built in 1858, this Gothic fortress was once a beacon of hope for the mentally ill. But overcrowding, neglect, and unspeakable horrors turned it into a house of torment. By the 1950s, it held 10 times its intended capacity. Patients roamed the halls unsupervised, fires broke out, and some never left alive. Today, the asylum stands frozen in time, rusted medical tools lie abandoned, the morgue lift still waits in the basement, and then there's Lily, a ghostly little girl said to haunt the old children's ward, her laughter echoing through empty rooms. Visitors report cold spots, disembodied voices, and doors slamming on their own. Paranormal investigators call it one of the most active sites in America. So if you dare walk into its haunted halls, just remember, some patients checked in but never checked out. Number 4. In the rolling fields of Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, history bleeds into the present. In July of 1863, one of the bloodiest battles of the Civil War raged here. More than 50,000 soldiers were killed, wounded, or went missing. With so much suffering, it's no wonder the Gettysburg battlefield is considered one of the most haunted places in America. Visitors report phantom gunshots, the sounds of cannons thundering in the night, and the cries of soldiers who never left the field. Some even claim to see apparitions in uniform, men who look startlingly real, only to vanish into thin air. The nearby Devil's Den is especially notorious. Here cameras malfunction, strange mist appears, and disembodied voices whispers from the rocks. Many leave with chilling photos they can't explain. At Gettysburg, the battle may have ended more than 150 years ago, but the echoes of war still haunt the land. Number 5. The Conjuring House. Nestled deep in the woods of Harrisville, Rhode Island, stands a farmhouse that has terrified generations. The infamous Conjuring House. Built in 1736, this colonial relic became ground zero for one of the most chilling hauntings in American history. In 1971, the Perron family moved in only to be met with full-bodied apparitions, disembodied whispers, and doors that slammed without warning. Paranormal Legends Ed and Lorraine Warren investigated the property, claiming it was haunted by Bathsheba Sherman, a 19th century woman accused of witchcraft and child sacrifice. Visitors today report sudden cold spots, shadowy figures, and the overwhelming sensation of being watched. Some say the house itself breathes, groans, and remembers. Whether skeptic or believer, one thing's for certain: the Conjuring House just doesn't hold history, it holds something else. Number 6. The Ghost Suite. Nestled in Washington, D.C., upscale Woodley Park, the Omni Shoreham Hotel is more than just a historic landmark. It's a living relic of the unexplained. Built in 1930, its grand Art Deco halls have hosted presidents, celebrities, and something else. Suite 870, now known as the Ghost Suite, was once home to financier Henry Daugherty and his wife. But tragedy struck. First, the housekeeper Juliet Brown died mysteriously, phone still in hand. Then Daugherty's wife and daughter followed, under equally strange circumstances. The suite was sealed off for decades. Today, guests report flickering lights, phantom piano music, and furniture rearranged while they sleep. Staff whisper of maid carts that move on their own and televisions that switch off at exactly 4 a.m., the hour Juliet died. If you check in, don't be surprised if you hear footsteps in an empty hallway or feel a sudden chill when no windows are open. At the Omni Shoreham, luxury meets lingering spirits, and some guests never truly checked out. Number 7. Echoes in the Tower. Rising above the windswept shores of Anastasia Island, the St. Augustine Lighthouse stands as a beacon of history and haunting. Built in 1874, it's watched over Florida's coast for generations. But beneath its striped exterior lies a darker tale. In 1873, 3 young girls, Mary, Eliza, and an unnamed child, drowned in a tragic accident during construction. Locals say their laughter still echoes through the tower long after sunset. Visitors report giggles in empty stairwells, tiny footsteps on the spiral staircase, and doors that slam without warning. And then there's Joseph Badru, the lighthouse keeper who fell to his death while painting the tower. His shadowy figure is seen pacing the catwalk, often accompanied by the scent of cigar smoke. Some speak of the lady in white, drifting silently near the shore. Her presence felt but never explained. Whether you're a skeptic or a believer, one thing's certain: the St. Augustine Lighthouse doesn't just guide ships, it guards secrets. Number 8. Whispers in the Walls. In the heart of Savannah's historic district, perched on Madison Square, stands the Sorrel Weed House, a Southern Gothic masterpiece with a sinister soul. Built in the 1840s, its grandeur masks a legacy of scandal, sorrow, and spirits that refuse to rest. Inside, the air grows heavy. Visitors speak of shadowy figures gliding through hallways, mirrors that reflect faces not their own, and whispers that echo from empty rooms. But the true darkness lies in the slave quarters, where Molly, a young servant entangled in a tragic affair, allegedly took her own life. Her presence lingers, mournful and malevolent, Guests report choking sensations, sudden nausea, and the feeling of being watched by something unseen. Then there's Matilda Sorrell, the mistress of the house, who leapt to her death after discovering the affair. Her ghost is said to roam the upper floors, her grief etched into the very walls. The Sorrell Weed House isn't just haunted, it's emotionally charged, steeped in betrayal, and crawling with the echoes of the past. Step inside if you dare. Number 9. Lake Shawnee Amusement Park. Deep in the woods of West Virginia lies the abandoned Lake Shawnee Amusement Park, a place where rusting rides and broken swings tell a story of joy cut short by tragedy. The park was built in the 1920s, but it didn't take long for death to leave its mark. A little girl was killed on the swing set, and a young boy drowned in the lake. Over time, more accidents followed, and the park eventually shut its gates for good. But the land itself carries an even darker history. It sits on the site of a bloody Native American burial ground where conflict and death long predated the park. Today, the grounds are said to be alive with paranormal energy. Visitors report hearing children's laughter echoing through the trees, seeing apparitions near the swings, and feeling an overwhelming sense of dread. Some ghost hunters even claim the spirits here are among the most active in America. The rides may be still, but the souls of Lake Shawnee have never stopped. Number 10. Cahaba Ghost Town, Alabama. Welcome to Cahaba, Alabama. Once the state's bustling first capital, now a desolate ghost town swallowed by the river and time. Beneath the moss-draped oaks and crumbling ruins, stories linger of restless spirits. Local whispers about the ghostly orb that glides through the old slave cemetery, glowing like a lantern, guiding lost souls. Visitors to the abandoned streets claim to hear phantom footsteps echoing where no one walks, or the sound of horses and carriages long gone. The collapsing church steeple and weathered mansions seem frozen in another era, but many believe the past never truly left. Step into Cahaba after dark, and you may just feel it for yourself. A strange, heavy silence, broken only by the whispers of those who refuse to leave. Well guys, that's a wrap for today's video. Thank you so much for spending your time with us. If you enjoyed this content, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. We'd love to hear from you. Share your own experiences or favorite creepy destinations in the comments below. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Thank you.